Hi, everybody, and welcome to Healthy Bites. Healthy Bites is a collaboration between Nevada County Media and Nevada County Public Health. My name is Shauna Schultz, and I will be your host. I am a registered dietitian and nutrition educator for CalFresh Healthy Living. We provide nutrition education and physical activity education out in the community. And I'm excited to be here today to show you another healthy recipe that is also tasty. It's very easy to make and it's affordable. In today's episode, we'll be making a very berry chia jam. This recipe is also available on eatfresh.org along with a lot of other great, tasty, affordable recipes. So let's go ahead and get started. This is very easy to throw together. We are going to start with 2 cups of frozen mixed berries. You can really use any berry that you want to. It doesn't really matter, but the mixed berries offer a nice variety. This pan right now is over about medium-high heat. It's sizzling, as you might be able to hear, so I'm going to give this a quick stir, and I turned it down just a little bit. Our goal with the berries is just to cook them long enough so that they break down a little bit so that we can mash them. And it shouldn't take long. In this berry mix here, we have some blackberries, we have some raspberries, and we have some blueberries. So it'll make a really nice, like sweet, tangy berry jam when we're done. If you've never used chia seeds before, these are what chia seeds look like, and they're a powerful, tiny little seed. Maybe some of you might remember them from the chia pet plants that you grow, but for culinary uses or for cooking, they have a lot of nutrition and they do a lot of wonderful things. So for our quick jam here that we're making today, they are going to help thicken and set the jam, so we don't have to add any extra pectin or anything like that. And they act pretty quickly. So we'll add those in a moment after we get our berries cooked down a little bit and give them a good mash. Now, berries are also good because they have some pectin to help thicken the jam as well. But our chia seeds in particular are a really good source of soluble fiber. So when they are in a liquid environment, they swell up. They're kind of like a sponge absorbing water. And so they help to thicken things. Like you can make a chia pudding, which is quite delicious. I think we've made that on Healthy Bites before. They also pack a little bit of protein. They have heart-healthy fats like omega-3 fatty acids. And then, of course, they have that soluble fiber, which is good for your heart health, helps manage hunger, helps manage your blood sugar. So there's a lot going on in these tiny little seeds. Let's give our berries here another quick little stir. And I'm going to start to mash them down a bit. And then we'll add our other ingredients. They already smell amazing. You could use fresh berries too, but frozen berries, they, seem to be something that a lot of people have on hand, and they tend to make a great final product, but fresh would work as well. I just always have frozen berries on hand in the freezer because we make a lot of smoothies at home. So they're very easy to mash down just after a few minutes of cooking. It might take a little longer depending on what heat you have it on, but usually about 5 minutes is perfect enough. And you can mash them to whatever consistency you would like. I like to have like a little bit of texture in my jam. Just makes it more interesting, I think. They're producing nice liquid. Our fruits and vegetables are full of water, so they're also very hydrating at the same time. All right, I think this looks good. We'll go ahead and add our other ingredients. rest this here so we don't get berry juice everywhere. All right, so let's add our magical little chia seeds. We're going to add 2 tablespoons. We have 2 cups of berries in here. So for our chia seeds, we'll add 2 tablespoons. Right, and then we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Lemon juice helps balance the flavor. It also helps to kind of accelerate the setting of the jam a little bit as well. I'll give this a little stir. And it doesn't take long for these seeds to absorb the liquid environment that they're sitting in, you know, maybe about 5 minutes. They really start to gel up pretty quickly. If you've ever made a smoothie with chia seeds and maybe you let your smoothie sit for a period of time and you come back to it, you might notice that it's quite a bit thicker because of those chia seeds. I know lots of people add them to smoothies. They're a good little nutrition boost. All right. We've got those stirred in, and then we're going to add a little bit of sweetener. You can use any kind of sweetener that you want. You could use honey, maple syrup, regular old sugar. I have a little bit of coconut sugar here. I think it has like a nice rich taste, and I just enjoy the taste. So you can add just a little bit and it tastes sweeter than the sugar that it's adding, I guess is a way to put it. So this is about a tablespoon. And that's all the added sugar that we are adding to this jam, which makes this really quick chia jam a very healthy choice. If we were to look at like a regular store-bought jam in just a tablespoon, it might have 2 to 3 teaspoons per serving in that 1 tablespoon serving. But we're adding a tablespoon of sugar to this whole 2 cups. So per serving, we have much less added sugar. And of course, we have the sweetness of the natural sugars that are found in the fruit. So makes it a great healthy choice, and it's super easy to make as well. Now, how might we use this? I thought for today, what we would do is we would just make like a little yogurt parfait. And especially if you're using something like a plain yogurt, this will help add some sweetness to that, right? Because yogurts can also have a lot of added sugar in them. It's like something you might want to check the nutrition label for. So I have a coconut yogurt here that's fairly low in added sugar. I think it has about 5 grams for the serving, which is pretty low compared to a lot. They might have 10 grams, sometimes even more. I'm going to put this in the bowl, and it's just a vanilla cinnamon flavor, but you can use whatever flavor you want. So we'll add our yogurt, smooth that out a little bit. Voila, that looks good. I'm going to grab this spoon here, give this another quick stir. And this is actually pretty much done. I'm going to turn off the heat so we don't overcook it. And as it continues to sit, it will also continue to thicken, but it's a pretty good consistency right now. We can see still a little runny, but as it sits, it'll thicken. All right, so of course on a parfait, we want to maybe add some granola. So this is just a granola with some nuts and seeds. We'll put that here on half of our bowl. It's delicious. And then on our other half, we'll add a little bit of our jam. This is going to be good. This would make a great healthy snack. It's pretty balanced. We have some protein, we have some fiber, we have some healthy carbs. And then with the rest of our jam, I am going to add it here into this jar. And I'm going to let it cool and continue to thicken. This is a great use if, you know, like you save your jelly or jam jars. You can make some chia jam and you can reuse them. I always save this jar in particular. It's just really nice for like salad dressings and things that you make to store. So we still have quite a bit left here, and this will keep in the refrigerator for about up to a week. You can add it to all sorts of things, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I really like it on oatmeal or overnight oats, but of course it could have many, many uses. You could just even eat it by the spoonful. But we have a really yummy little parfait here. We have some extra chia jam left over that's chock full of nutrition, low in sugar. And I hope that you get to try this at home. And thank you so much for joining me today.